Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another season of the year here of the GSL 2026 GSL Season 2 qualifiers. We are here, we are back, we are live. Whew, and Season 1 isn't even done, by the way. Welcome, I'm of course your side VIP with you. I'm joined by these amazing players and by the Google chat as well. GSL Season 1 is still ongoing. The semifinals and grand finals are actually this weekend. We of course are going to be casting it live as we have done with every single stage of the tournament with Season 1 qualifiers, round of 12 and round of 8, and again the round of 4. The semifinals are going to be this weekend offline over in Korea. Meanwhile, we are here with the Season 2 qualifiers, and there have been some changes, by the way. I do apologize for the extended break, but we were waiting for the qualifying matches to take place, to get underway, to jump into those series. We're here, we are live, we have our first qualifying match, a best of 3 between Classic and ByuN. Now, very quickly, when it comes to the format itself, you might notice it when it comes to the other groups, when it comes to the rest of the brackets. It is currently ongoing as we speak. A lot of matches are taking place at the moment. We can actually have a look at the moment here at said matches. Un momento, papi, un momento. Do you need a moment to go through said brackets themselves? Again, there are two groups. There are two groups at the moment in regards to the GSL, and matches are currently underway. Bam! Very, very quickly here, as you can see, we currently have some qualifying matches here in Group B. We have Hero. Hero took down Ryung 2-1. Hero is up against Shin in a current qualifying match. Shin took down Kyor 2-0 and took down Geralt as well. Meanwhile, Zaun took down Young Yakov 2-1, took down Solar 2-1, and Zaun is up against Maru, who just took down Percival and got a bye in the first round as well. There's Gumiho. There are many other players as well. Check out the bracket if you do wish to check out some of those matches, but we are going to be jumping into the qualifying match of Classic versus ByuN as we speak. Now, very quickly, I don't know if you noticed, but you might have actually seen some of the players like Geralt competing. Geralt is there, Clem is there, I believe Rainer, Cristiano, and Yakov also there as well. They are going to be taking part. They're going to be this tournament is now open to foreigners. Here we go. It is going to be open to foreigners. It is no longer exclusive to players that are residing in South Korea. GSL is now global. Let's go. It's now it is the Global StarCraft League. True. And here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss representing Virtus Pro. It is Classic. This is our first of many qualifying matches. The winner of this series will be qualified for the GSL. The loser will be knocked down to the lower brackets. Bearing in mind there is a lower bracket, there is a safety net for these players, but we're here to determine the first to make it through into GSL Season 2. Now, I might be curious here, like, hold up, do we have any seeds? Are there any benefits for Season 1 players that are currently in the semis and potentially even grand finals? The answer is no. The answer is no. Season 2 has no seeds, has no invited players, so everyone has to go through the qualifier once again. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter how well you place in Season 1, you gotta play in the qualifier just like everyone else. And once again, as you mentioned, it is open to international players now, which is why we have Young Yakov, Geralt, Cristiano, Clem, and I believe Rainer as well, and maybe even a couple of others. They're also competing. Now, there is a prerequisite, and that is that if a player makes it into the top 4, they are required to travel to Korea. They have to travel. And if they don't travel to Korea for the semifinals, then they forego any prize money. So they achieve 0 prize money. If they make it to top 4 and they decide not to go to the event, then they forego any prize money, and it goes to the next placing player that they beat in the previous round. But I'm sure all the international players who did sign up are willing to travel, of course. That's why there's a select few of them that are competing here in the event. Select few. So wish them the best. From here, we do have a double gas open out of ByuN, going for a faster factory and more tech heavy start. Meanwhile, Classic going for a standard opener himself, going for his own gates, hyper expand. So standard opener out of Classic, more tech heavy start here by ByuN. With this, ByuN will be going for a later expansion, assuming he doesn't go for a 1 base all in. There's potential to go for the starport and to commit on 1 base. There is potential for that. For now, though, we're setting up and we should be expanding on the high ground. There we go. CC is on the high ground. ByuN will soon be expanding, but again, we'll be delaying a CC in favor of the factory. In favor of what exactly? We can go into Reaper Hellion, we can go into early Cyclone, we can go into early Star, put into Banshee play. There are different ways to play this out. Let's go. Yes, bienvenidos everyone over on Soup. Bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Annyeong haseyo, baby. See. Bearing in mind, of course, that we are live here on Soup, and we'll be able to showcase the VODs on other platforms at a later time, at a later date. For now, though, everything is here over on Soup. Big shout out to Soup for, of course, allowing us to stream and cast and bring you as many of these matches as we can. Much love. Este Soup, baby. And also shout out to Intel and Onside for sponsoring Season 1 of GSL, and I'm sure more seasons to come as well. For now, though, Twilight Council opener out of Classic. We have our tech of choice, so the probe is going to be shut down, checking for the expand, checking for the follow-up, and so far it is going to be the Widowmine drop follow-up here for ByuN. Okay, so Reaper first into Reactor into Widowmine drop is being set up, bearing in mind that Classic has no idea. Classic didn't get into the main base. Classic saw the tech lab, sorry, he saw the reactor, he saw the tech structures, the add-ons specifically, but that's all he really did see. So still in the dark as what's going on, and behind this we're getting ready for that drop, not just a mine drop, but a marine drop as well. Interesting. This is going to be a bit more committed here. The goal is going to be drop with marines to ideally focus down workers for as much economic damage as possible. It is more committed here, assuming we go with the marines, but no, never mind, we're going to be leaving the marines back home. Just the mine drop, just the mines are moving out, so less committed here. The goal is just scatter information. We can see, of course, the Blink Stalker base opener and 3 gates on the way. A bit of a heavier gateway count here. There's no 4th gateway yet, but ByuN will soon confirm the timing of the 3rd base and the timing of the production. Even now does spot the probe and can now make his way into the bases. Stalker's a respond. Blink is not yet done. Classic getting in position, and so far Classic does shell away at the medevac. Does shell away, recalls into the main base, and the medevac, we have to be careful, does pull away. It does pull back. And looks like 1 probe will go down, just the 1. Oh, the retargeting! Ooh, 2, okay. 2 probe kills on the mine. Nice retargeting in that final moment, and there's still 1 Widow mine left in the medevac. So still 1 mine remaining, can go for another job. Behind this Classic now will expand. Remember, there's no big committed 2 base all in. There's no prism on the way. The robo is just being used for detection, observers in production instead, and there's that 3rd. So far we're building up into the mid game. ByuN, likewise back at home, is securing his early tank production. So far we have 2 tanks on the way, and we'll see if ByuN commits into a higher tank count or if it goes for an add-on swap earlier on. If we go up to further than 2 tanks, then that's a greater sign of aggression. Usually it's just 2 tanks into your stim and combat shields and your bio setup, but if we keep making more tanks here, then that might be indicative of something that's a bit more committed. So far, 2nd tank is out. Yep, there's the add-on swap. So only 2 tanks. Then building up into the upgrades. Behind this, we have the Bay on the way for a Classic. Again, claiming his 3rd at a reasonable time. Widowmine drop back into the natural. Stalkers are in position, and the medevac does get focused down. A nice tap of the medevac. Ooh, 1 probe kill here at the natural. So far, 3 probe kills and 2 mines. For 2 mines and the medevac, I would say a better trade here for Classic, specifically because he sniped the medevac. So he does hold, does defend. Behind this, going for a later charge. So charge is delayed, Forge as well. The Raven is going to be, barely going away. Okay, the medevac gets away. It does pull out, does pull away. Nice target firing here in the medevac. Sorry, the Raven, I meant to say. The Raven does get 4 probe kills. Nice damage. Nice target firing here out of ByuN. Does make up for the earlier mine drop. So some nice damage. Again, we're building up back at home, still waiting for the upgrades. We've yet to begin combat shields. Soon, I'm sure we will. Just setting up. Resetting up, there's that 3rd command center. So ByuN, he opts not to throw down extra axes. He's not going for a 2-base all-in. We're building up into a greater game. Welcome to Ruby Rock. Bearing in mind this is a smaller map, shorter rush distance by ground, aggression is favored. I will say that if ByuN tries to take a slower approach here, he's going to have a harder time. It is quite difficult to turtle up and to defend and maintain your 3, 4, and 5 bases. The bases are more open, they're more exposed. It's going to be a tough call here. It's going to be a tough game here for ByuN if he doesn't move out. We'll see. I mean, we have seen fake 3rd CCs in the past, that is true. For now, we're moving out. Here comes the main push. Behind this, throwing more production down. And it's going to be up to Classic to slow this down. Slow it down to engage, to be ready in time. So far, he's got 1 Colossus, soon to be 2. 2nd Colossus on the way. ByuN is pushing. And Classic doesn't engage at time so far. He's distracted. Double drop into the main. And we have that double drop. Classic warps in. Colossus is also, everything drags into the main. Everything goes in. He gets 1, he gets 2. Ooh, 2 full medevacs, massive pickers at the same time. ByuN, he does not move into the third. Ooh, and ByuN, he will bleed out a lot of supply there. That's 2 full medevacs falling, and the third base is completely fine. There was an opening. There was an opening there. Remember, we saw the F2, right? We saw the F2 into the main base. Everything responded to it. There was an opening into the third, but ByuN didn't push. ByuN did not push out. The observer sees that ByuN races back home, and Classic, he gains map control. He gains map control. He can now push across the map. He's getting a 4th expansion. Now it's Classic's turn to delay, right? To delay ByuN, to contain ByuN on 2 bases. And so far, Classic has map control. He has control of the game, control the... Oh no, the medevacs! Oh, he gets 2! 1, 2 medevacs go down. Yeah, the MVP observer. Yeah, the observer sees all, he knows all. ByuN now trying to break out, but again, he's had some hefty losses so far. And he will be establishing his third, but as ByuN is getting a third, we have Classic claiming a 5th expansion. Oh god. Again, Classic just double expanding. He knows he has map control. He knows he's safe to be this greedy. It is quite greedy here from Classic, but based on how this early game has gone, I mean, he has nothing to worry about. We go Prism into the main. Does go for the warp in. At the same time, while ByuN is distracted, the main army does push forward. Thankfully, ByuN does leave his tanks in position, his bio army as well. ByuN is ready. Yeah, ByuN is ready. We'll lose 1 SCV. Mine goes down. Prism is deflected in the main base. Actually coming back in. Ooh, does come back in. Does drop in so far. 9 SCV kills. Not bad. 9 SCVs going down. The Prism gets away. ByuN, he does begin Viking production. Classic still outside of the bases. Building up to 3 Colossus, soon to be 4 Colossi. We are missing a 2nd Robo, and once we get up to proper 4-base saturation, we should be working towards that. For now, hefty Warpins, more High Templar. There is no Storm, just Archons. Just Archons to reinforce. ByuN behind this trying to turtle up. I'm loving the use of the depots here, of course. Depots are built to try to tank the charge. And also tank Colossus shots. Disrupt the army. Create choke points. As Classic rotates towards the right hand side, towards the natural. Classic is about to max out. It's about to max. The Prism is with the main army as well. Scan reveals that, so there's no backstab into the main. There's no War Prism to harass. It's here to reinforce. And here we go. Classic, he's maxed. He's maxed. It's time to push. Here we are lacking depots. So lacking a couple of depots here. We can try to drag the army into the minefield. There are a couple of EMPs available. There's 2 ghosts. 2 ghosts, 2 EMPs. Observer goes down. Army moves in. So I'll say we pull away for now. Classic playing it safe. Double expanding. Getting a 6th and 7th expansion. Ooh, that's a kill, not a cancel. Oof. Yeah, breaks down that front door. You can see he wants to peel off into the natural base, into the mineral line. He commits. And he commits in. Marshall goes off. Nice mine connection. Zelts are going down. Yeah, we're running out of Zelts. We need a warp in. At the same time, tanks are falling though. Yeah, tanks are going down. Where are those Zealot warp ins? Here they come. Yeah, here they come. Colossus, they pull away. Zelta collapse in. And we're just snowballing out of control. We're snowballing out of control. ByuN's being overwhelmed. GG gets called. And Classic is able to take game number 1. GG. Whew. And GG, well played. A very comfortable performance there by Classic. ByuN, he had some drop play, he had some potential. I'm still thinking about the moment where ByuN, he dropped into the main base and he started to posture outside of the third, but he didn't commit. He didn't commit and he lost 2 full medevacs. That was the moments where ByuN lost control of the game. I'm referring to the moments when he was posturing in the center, went for a double drop into the main, and he lost 2 full entire medevacs and then he backed off. That was the moment, if you remember, where Classic double expanded, he pushed out and he contained ByuN on 2 bases and then dropped into the main as well and killed 9 SCVs. 9 SCV kills, stuck on 2 bases, lost map control, and his opponent was getting 5 bases up and running. Like, that was brutal. And from there, Classic just was able to cruise his way into the win. GG. GG, well played. With that, Classic takes the lead in the series. Now we're jumping into game number 2, thus jumping into Tourmaline. Let's go. And I'm hoping for a back and forth. I want to see a series here. The pressure is on ByuN as they load into a smaller map as they load into Tourmaline. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Protoss player. Representing Protoss Pro, it is Classic. So let us go. As we're going to be opening up, we're going to be settling on in. And welcome to Tourmaline. Tourmaline is a smaller map of the map pool with shorter rush distance by ground. Aggression is heavily favored here on Tourmaline, and I'm hoping that ByuN takes a more aggressive stance. If you remember, we spoke about it at the beginning of last game, how ByuN opening up in a much more standard fashion on Ruby Rock and trying to macro out and get into the mid game was a bold choice, and the map was not helping him either. Like, again, trying to establish your 3 and then eventually 4 bases on Ruby Rock is difficult. I would say the same thing. I would echo the same sentiments here on Tourmaline. Trying to take a more passive defensive approach here is insanely difficult on Tourmaline, and I'm hoping we don't see that already. A little bit spicy here. ByuN, a little bit cheeky, going for the eBay block. Okay, this I like. This I do like here. Nice eBay block. We didn't see this in game 1, but here in game 2 we'll delay the expansion and we'll force the unnatural natural out of Classic. So already Classic being disrupted, the eBay is more than halfway done, and the SCV can even head towards the right hand side and force an even more awkward base out of Classic. Here comes a probe. Probe moves down, does see the progression, force the triangular third base, SCV's in position, blocks the triangular third, and now forces the linear third base instead. Yeah, very well positioned here for Classic. This is the last choice for an expansion. I mean, technically the last choice would be this base, but one of the worst options here, and Classic will have a bit of a shakier start as a result. So, ooh, he cancels. Oh my, never mind. Classic, he cancels the third base, throws it down at the natural instead. ByuN did not leave the eBay up and running. He also canceled, so that allows Classic to expand. Now it's going to be a delayed expansion, but it could have been worse. If he was forced to expand here on the low ground, then Classic would have a very hard time defending, as he's down like 3 layers of elevation just to try to defend this location or defend his main, right? You just get pulled apart. ByuN is opening up into Marauder. It looks like this might even be 3 racks. It could be Marauder into a 2nd and 3rd racks, or Marauder into a 3rd CC. We'll see if it's going to be hyper aggression or hyper greed. We have the answer: aggression. 3 racks. So Marauder opener concussive shell into a 3x, into a strong stim timing, heavy aggression by ByuN, checking ByuN's vision. He doesn't know about the cancellation. This makes sense. Like, as in ByuN, he's being hyper aggressive. He's working towards a 3x early stim timing. He wants to double down. Little does ByuN know that Classic has a safer expansion. Now, it is late. It is a delayed expansion, and there was also the refund as well, where he lost some resources. So this is a shaky start for Classic, but it is going to be easier to defend than otherwise. Than on the low ground. And of course, ByuN doesn't know. That's the other factor as well. Where ByuN, he's committing into a hyper aggressive build and he doesn't really know what he's moving into. So a lot going on already. There are those 2 axes. Stim is on the way into combat shields, into mass bio, into just mass bio. ByuN now moving out, hiding in the tall grass. This will allow ByuN to shoot first. Does let him shoot first. Oh, good call. Classic, he didn't even scout. Like, Classic, he saw the high ground racks. He didn't know the initial build though, but a very good read is going for DTs. Basically, against 2 base all-ins, against hyper aggressive builds where you're staying on 2 bases for that much longer and you're hitting a really strong timing, as a Terran player, you're not holding onto energy. You're not holding onto it. You are muling as much as possible to get as much out of your 2 bases as you can to hit your timing, right? So it's a very low chance that ByuN has scans. Meanwhile, Classic, anticipating aggression because of where he was forced to expand, he is trying to punish that by going into Blink. This will punish early aggression, early tank all-ins, for example, tank pushes, bases, timings that pull the boys, 2 base all-ins, or even these early sim timings are typically hard shut down by early Dark Templar, early DTs. They just shut them down completely. So very nice read, very nice call. Reading ByuN well, and ByuN's just kind of playing into it. He's playing into it. ByuN still hasn't confirmed the base locations, by the way. But ByuN's about to push. Stim is not done. Stim is done. Working towards +1. The first Dark Templar is already warping in. And here comes ByuN's army. This is his moment as he moves out. How many scans? So there's 1 scan here at the natural. There's just 1 scan. He mules. Yeah, he does mule. We're soon have a scan in the main base. So far, we have 40 energy. Yeah, 40 energy says there's going to be 1 scan available from the main, thankfully. Dark Templar is revealed. ByuN does he notice? No, he does not. Yeah, it does not notice. We have 50 energy. Yep, DT's revealed, scan is available, and scans the natural. Yeah, it does scan the natural. There was only one scan. Only one scan. Ooh, which means zero mining in the main. Zero mining, and the stim timing is come and gone. Yeah, ByuN, he will miss his timing. That's a kill, not a cancel on the turrets. Heads back to the natural, ensuring there's no mining. There's about to be one scan available. No, it's a ways away. It's a ways away. We're at 30. We're at 40 energy. 41, 42, 43. Do we deny combat shields? Oh, the repairs. He comes in. He will repair, and scan is available in a couple of seconds. Gets another SCV and another. So far, it's been 8 SCV kills. There's the scan. And ByuN, he does defend, he does survive. But remember, he was working towards a strong stim timing, and it's come and gone. Right, the timing is come and gone. He missed his window. He missed his timing. His economy was crippled. He was stuck on one base for so long in this game. And Classic, he is looking very comfortable here, working towards Colossus, Fort, +1, third base as well. He's moving out. Blink is complete, of course. And ByuN's all in. At this point, due to all the damage that's been dealt, ByuN is all in. We need some damage done soon. And he does sneak out across the map, but Classic will miss the move out. Now, does Classic notice something's wrong? He should notice here, like, hold on, where's your army? Maybe it's in the main, or maybe something else. So yeah, Probe moves out to scout, does confirm the army, and this base might be cancelled. ByuN ignores it, he's just going in. He's going in. As I mentioned, he's all in. He's all in. He needs more than just denying the base. Colossus in position. Dancing with the army, and we're gonna get some damage on the expansion. Oof. Yeah, he gets caught. ByuN gets caught out. Gets to get the hell out of here. Kills one, kills 2 stalkers, takes out the sentries, but ByuN will lose everything. Does try to split up the army. He'll lose all the marauders. Takes down a couple of stalkers. He does at least trade somewhat. And look at the split. No, he still gets chased down. 1 marine survives on 2 HP. Oh no, never mind. Oh no. Jukes. Oh no. So ByuN does lose the entire army, and back at home is again stuck on 2 bases. He's now going for a 3rd CC. This is very ambitious. Going for the 3rd. ByuN knows that he's in the right position, but I mean, wow, what can you do? What can he do, Pat? He's going for the 3rd CC in hopes to try to recover and try to claw his way back into this series. That is the hope here for ByuN. It's the hope, man. And we'll see if he's given time. Right, that will, of course, help alleviate some pressure here as if Classic backs off. But as you can see, Classic, on the one hand, yes, Classic, he is backing off. He is giving him time. What are we doing with that 3rd base? 4th base, double expanding. We're just taking more bases, taking more expansions. More Colossus are amassing. From here, double forge, double upgrades, throwing down pylons, warping in DTs, gaining all the vision all over the map as well. Pylons all over the place. Classic, he's just ensuring that there's no way for him to lose his lead. The only way he can is drop play. And as the drop moves out, I believe Classic should spot this, and he does. The observer's in position. Classic does respond. ByuN does unload. Downloads. Classic's able to keep up. Going for the medevac. Ooh, brutal force field on the medevac. No! Late reaction. Medevac goes down. At the same time, ByuN was distracted. Dropped into the main. Yeah, the drop did distract him, and with that, Classic cleans up the medevac, shuts down the drop. ByuN is still contained on 2 bases. He's turtling up with tanks, with with liberators, SimCity as well. He's doing what he can. He's doing what he can. Liberation zones are set. As we just find more damage. 2 SCVs, denying any kind of mining. 0 scans. So there we go. 1 scan. 1 scan's available. Slots available here from the natural. Classic is about to max. What I mean by that is a classic, he's at 80 workers, 78. 78 workers. His economy is thriving. Do we have a War Prism? The answer is yes. Prism is across the map. DT moves in once again. This time, I believe there is detection available on the top side. Prism does pivot back around. And we're waiting for that warp in. 5th base. And here it comes. And warping in more Archons. It's very similar to last game. We have 3 Archons morphing in. Classic, he's maxed. And now it's time to move in. Now, this is an entrenched position with tanks, with turrets, with liberation zones, SimCity, bunkers, depots. It's going to be difficult to break this position. But despite that, I mean, Classic, he has the supply to work with here. He has a bank. So it's not bad to just trade, right? To trade with the army, even if you don't kill ByuN, to trade, back off, and just keep hammering it. Just keep hammering down. Oh, the hallucinations, let's go! He's here to tank some shots. He's here to tank, he blinks in. Ooh, crazy blink. Oh my god, the tanks, they punish. Almost every Stalker goes down. Heavy losses there for Classic. That was a crazy blink. Colossus are on A move. They waste damage, they waste DPS, they will break through the tank line. But some awkward movements. Yes, some very awkward movement here from Classic. Yeah, very messy fight. Takes down the tanks. Colossus, they have to pull away. And where are the warp ins? Where are the reinforcements, by the way? Where the we can warp in, baby. We can warp in. There we go. Stalkers, they warp in. They can dive on the final tank. They can, and they focus it down. GG gets called. ByuN is overwhelmed. And Classic will claim the series 2-0, qualifying for this season of GSL. GG. Whew. And GG, well played, congratulations. Classic, he is one of the best pros players in the world. He's top 2 alongside Hero, and he will qualify for GSL. If you're a fan of ByuN, do not worry, there's a lower bracket. There's a lower bracket. There's another chance for ByuN to try to make it through into GSL, but for now he is knocked down and Classic is through. Classic, he'll be qualifying for the winners group. For those that are curious, when it comes to the formats of GSL, of the qualifiers, Classic, he's now in. He is now in GSL, but he will have a chance to skip the first round of GSL. He's going to be seeded into the quote-unquote winners group, where basically all the qualified players in these groups, they're going to be seeded into their own group to see who gets to skip the first round and go straight into the round of 8 of GSL and skip the round of 12. So best of luck to Classic in that seeding match, essentially, in that seeding group. Meanwhile, with that, we're going to be heading on over here to our next qualifying match that we have ready here. Ooh, it's going to be a TVZ between who? Between Clem and Rogue. Aye, 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 we are good to go. We are ready. For those that are curious, once again, just to reiterate, this season of GSL is special. It's a special season here. It is an international season. The foreigners are allowed in for the first time in a long time. Yes, in the past, you could actually compete as a foreigner by going to Korea, but at least for the qualifiers and for the first couple of rounds, because this is an online GSL now and it's only an offline semis, you can compete from outside of Korea. You can compete from outside of Korea, so here we go. As a result of that, we do have a Clem taking part and taking place. Now, once again, just to reiterate, for those that are maybe tuning in a little bit late, if Clem does qualify, and if he does make it into the top 4 of GSL, then he is required, it is mandatory, of course, to go to Korea and to go to the offline event. He, of course, has to pay for his own travel and accommodations to take part in the tournament, and if he is not able to, if he does not go to the offline event, then he will forego any prize money. He will forego any prize money, and of course the slots will be given to whoever he beat in the previous round, will be given to someone else. So that of course applies to all the foreigners that are competing in this season of GSL. They have to be willing and able to travel for the top 4 if they do make it to the top 4. Of course, Clem is the best Terran player in the world, so, you know, these are some expectations we have of him, but we'll see. It's still the GSL. It's still the most brutal league out there. It's not easy to make it far in this preparation-based format. For now, we have our best of 3. We have Clem versus Rogue.